spending some time with you today. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Thank you for inviting me into your space. Thank you for inviting me into your homes. And I want to tell you this morning that you are so special. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are live on Facebook, Amplia 102, and of course, YouTube. Now, the Brunch Morning Show is that show that seeks to really empower and educate, inspire, and we hope that we make you a little bit lighter, a little happier. You may have awoken not too happy this morning. And I would love to know that from looking at us that you feel just a little bit better as you go through your day. Remember, you are special and fearfully and wonderfully made. And I'm going to take you through this lovely, lovely program. We have so much in store for you. So I'm hoping that you stay with me. I'm hoping that you stay and just be a part of this wonderful experience. Good morning to our sister Isle of Trinidad. Good morning to the Caribbean region. Good morning to New York, New York. Thank you so much for being a part of Brunch. Good morning to Ontario, Canada as well. Thank you for looking on. Thank you for being a part of what we do here. Remember, I'm just a small piece of the puzzle, just a small part of this wonderful network. We make it happen. We bring it to you live and direct, and we want to thank you so much. Our first segment is our good stuff segment, of course, and I know some of you are just joining us, and our segments take us through this wonderful journey. So our good stuff segment is first on our program today. It is a wonderful and beautiful Wednesday on the island of Tobago. So our good stuff segment seeks to highlight our men and women, sons and daughters, kings and queens who are impacting humanity positively. And so we take you first to the news day for really inspiring stories. Bunty O'Connor exhibits the garden at Softbox Gallery. So this is a wonderful story, an exhibition of Bunty O'Connor's pottery, The Garden, opened on December 8th at Softbox Gallery, Alcazar Street, Port of Spain. A Jupiter garden in the Chickland center of Trinidad is the inspiration. The Ajupa Garden is more than 5 acres of shady trees. It is a forest stands against the surrounding sunburnt fields. O'Connor has been growing the Ajupa Garden since O'Connor has been growing the Ajupa Garden since she and her husband Rory moved the family there in 1988. Here grew Nancy James and Alice, first flowers thriving in the world today. So you guys definitely need to check on this wonderful exhibition by Bunty O'Connor. I take you next to The Guardian. Sangre Grande Rotary Club retreats elderly and disabled. Arlene Hines Sinanan, Rotary Club of Sangre Grande, Secretary. She says that 60 guests at the group's Christmas luncheon last Sunday worked hard and contributed to the development of TNT, and the event was a way of showing them appreciation. She said the event held at Guayco Government Secondary School was a way of sharing Christmas cheer with the elderly and disabled in her community. Next, we go to the Daily Express, of course. A glimmer of hope this Christmas. Smiles were plastered across every face present at the Darul Hananan Residential Care Facility in Longdonville, Chaguanas, as the Glimmer of Hope Foundation hosted its Christmas treat last Saturday. Founder of the organization, Zahir Ali, told the Express that this was the first in a series of events for the Christmas season, with others planned in Blanchisseuse, Brickfield, and Tobago leading up to the Christmas celebrations. And we love the fact that we get the chance to really highlight and show you the positives in our society. This is one of those times where we need to be proud and we need to be honored in being citizens of this wonderful Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, our segments, like I said before, you don't want to miss out on what's happening today. We have our Ask Doc segment, or our Health Corner segment. Dr. Paul Crooks joins us, a very good friend of the Brunch show, and Christmas risks to pets and livestock. We're going to be discussing that. Hopefully, my pet owners are looking on, because this information is so pertinent to your development as owners. And also, guided talk. Remember, I told you it's Wednesday, and Guided Talk is a staple of our Wednesday episode of Brunch, A Taste of Tobago, where we meet enlightening young ladies, we meet positive young ladies, and we get to delve in on their journey of life. We get to delve in on where they have grown and evolved, and this is something that we really need you guys to take a look at. Anika Lawrence Sobers joins us for Guided Talk. She's a graduate and an entrepreneur, and it's going to be really exciting speaking with her. Also, Moravian Christmas Market is upon us. Camille James Jofield, or the Reverend Camille James Jofield, joins us, and we are going to just delve into what this event is all about. So you guys stay tuned and really, be a part of what we're doing here today. It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful dawn. It's a new light. And so you're so privileged and honored to be a part of a new day. And we love the fact that you join us every time. We love the fact that you invite us in. And that's a wonderful and beautiful thing. Also, let me not leave out our book club corner. Wednesday, my kings and queens. And this is what you can look forward to. Our book club corner is so special. My sister Jewel Green George, who is the marketing manager of the Tobago Writers Guild, brings it to you live and direct. She is speaking with accomplished authors. She's speaking with upcoming poets, literary geniuses, as I call them, in our Tobago space. And this is something that you do not want to miss. Garnet Lawrence, winner of the Bocas Children's Book Prize. He is going to be here, and that is something that we definitely want to be a part of. Also, Eye on Bago segment is coming up. Mary Jacob Panton, who is the principal of Sunflower Early Childhood Center, she's going to be here. They're going to be speaking on the trip to Hawaii, which is so exciting. I'm so excited, and I'm not even a part of it. So you could just imagine what that conversation will be like. Also, Konique Panton, who is a teacher at the Sunflower Early Childhood Center, joins us as well. This is going to be so interesting. This is going to be so informative. And we need for you to stay with us. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to be right back. I promise I'm going to stay with you. I need you to do the same. Be a part of Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. So come on back. Join us for our Health Corner. See you guys soon.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Don't be fearful or ignorant about diseases. The opportunity to learn how to effectively work with or even reverse sicknesses is here. Do you know someone that is suffering from an illness? You are invited to come and learn in this in-depth, hands-on training program. Call this number and reserve your space in this God-inspired, hands-on medical missionary training program going on in Tobago. see you there.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Back to Brunch, a taste of Tobago. As I told you guys, this is our health corner. I am so privileged. I am so pleased. I have been waiting, have not seen my friend for a very long time. We were talking just before I came back and he was telling me about traveling, how informative, how eye-opening being in another culture can be. And so I welcome you back to Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Dr. Paul Crooks joins us. I think Dr. Crooks is so much more than just an accomplished veterinarian. He is like one of those spirits that just evokes positivity, and I needed to just put that out there today. So let me welcome you,
thank you very
Dr.
much
Paul Crooks, back to Brunch, a Taste of Tobago.
Thank you for having me.
You know, what have you been up to though? What's going on? I haven't seen you for like so long.
Well, officially I've been on vacation, but
Right.
it's really been a working vacation. Because even as you talk about the trips that I've been on, they've been working trips.
Right.
I went to the Bahamas for the Caribbean Week of Agriculture, and then to the Dominican Republic for a One Health Community of Practice workshop. And following that, just last week, I was in Trinidad for a disaster response and risk management workshop.
Right.
And all of this training is, one, it's not what we would have gotten in vet school. Certainly there are new novel ideas and approaches to things that we as vets have to constantly be exposed to stay up to date. But furthermore, both the One Health and disaster risk workshops were what are called participatory workshops, where we were a group of experts across medical, environmental, veterinary fields. Among others, we had social scientists and so on as well, economists, and we were brainstorming ways to, first of all, new ideas to solve what we call wicked problems, wicked societal problems. It's all of this One Health approach where animal health, environment health, and human health are all interlinked. And we want ultimately to break down the silos that people have become accustomed to working in. So vets work with vets.
Right.
Doctors work with doctors. The environmental scientists work with environmental scientists. And we are trying to break down those boundaries to get that cross-network collaboration that allows for a much broader picture, a broader view. For example, if we go to hunters and say, stop hunting, from an animal welfare conservation point, that may be the instinct that we have. But also, these are people who've traditionally been hunting, who've inherited this tradition from their parents. This is their
Indeed.
livelihood.
Yes.
So we can't just say, stop hunting. we have to work alongside hunters to think of ways that we can hunt, to think of ways that maybe are more humane ways of killing animals,
Right.
if we must do it, because this is the society in which we live, and we have to work together and find ways to solve problems, to reduce environmental impact, and to improve health of everyone, health and well-being of everyone.
Definitely. And the narrative always has to change. I think that's one sure thing about existence, is the narrative changing. And I'm thinking about my pet owners today, because I would have mentioned them when I just came onto the set. And Christmas is upon us. It's literally upon us. And there are so many factors that we need to take into consideration when we speak of our pets. What are some of the risks associated with pet owners? What do we not look forward to? Because that's the thing, there are so many things that happen just because of a celebration, and our pets are the ones who really suffer the brunt of it. What are some of the risk factors?
All right, so unfortunately I'll be out of the country again until New Year's, so you'll see me again in January.
Okay.
But I do want to address noisemakers and fireworks, because while that we usually don't have the noisemakers happening at Christmas per se, for New Year's it happens.
Right.
And those firecrackers, the explosives, the noises, we talked about it for Diwali, and I think we've mentioned it more than once before, but ultimately that's incredibly important. Animals get lost, they panic, they may hang themselves. We're talking about sheep tied on a hillside,
Yes.
who, because of a firecracker, try to run, and then they just trip and fall and they slide down. They could never regain their footing. We've seen animals that are hanged to death. They suffocate because of things like that. So there are a few cautions that we recommend for loud noises. One, there are many ways to train animals to try to condition them to be more accepting of loud noises, and you can find lots of YouTube videos about that. But please try your best to find a way to permanently identify your animal, or take photos of your animals before the event occurs, so that at the end of the day, if your animal goes missing, and hopefully it doesn't, then your animal can be identified.
Right.
That's one. Additionally, we recommend that you properly fence your yard or secure your animal in a safe, warm, quiet environment as far as possible. And if you are the owner who holds your animals on your lap, holding an animal that's anxious, when the animal starts shaking, because you feel this vibration in the animal from the anxiety,
Yes.
you can hold that animal and just give it a tight squeeze. And just that comfort from the owner makes a massive difference for the animal's well-being. So I want to talk about that. One, the loud noises. Two, I want to mention food as a risk. Now, I know there are many other risks. Sometimes we buy cheap lights. You see lights somewhere, they're real cheap. You say, hey, what, this light's real good. And then next thing you know, we have fire and so on. So those risks are there to us and to the animals.
Yes.
But more specifically, food risks. Please don't feed your animals anything you wouldn't eat. That's one. Bones are incredibly high risk. Nearly every year we see animals with a bone stuck somewhere, whether it be stuck on a tooth, stuck in the roof of the mouth, somewhere going to the back. Please avoid bones. The lamb and so on may have bones that are incredibly difficult to chew. The animals may enjoy trying to bite at it over time, but those are the bones, because they can't break them up. Those are the bones that tend to get stuck. Additionally, many of the foods that we normally consume could be toxic. People buy a lot of grapes and so on at this time of year. Grapes can potentially be very toxic to dogs. And onion and garlic, that family, can also be toxic, particularly to cats. So you have to be very cautious about what you feed your animals. Everything is good in moderation, but what is moderation for a dog? What is moderation for a cat? Versus what is moderation for you? So you have to be very cautious. You may want to, the animal may beg, but please do not feed anything out of the ordinary if you are unsure. If you are really desirous of feeding something, call us at the Tobago Animal Hospital, 239-7837, and ask for advice.
Definitely. And let's not rule out livestock, because livestock is let's face it, severely affected during this time. Let's talk about slaughtering and the effects of that, because it's like a mass amount that takes place during Christmas and like harvest celebrations and those kinds of really, really explosive events where you have so much going on at particular times. Let's talk about the slaughtering of our livestock. What effects would that have?
So that was something I really wanted to hit on today, because we consume a lot of meat at this time of year, in particular. Meat from various sources. In Tobago, we still have a lot of backyard slaughtering. Backyard slaughtering means that somebody is killing an animal in his yard, right? May or may not literally be the yard, but killing someone in his environment, killing an animal in his environment. The animal, of course, you could talk about humane methods of slaughter, but even beside that, these animals are not subject to an inspection in many cases.
Right.
So you don't have a public health inspector or veterinarian saying that this animal is fit for human consumption. I have seen cases where an animal was treated with antimicrobials. So let's say the animal had a infection on the leg. The vet comes over, the vet says, we can try to treat, it probably won't get better. My recommendation would be to slaughter. The owner says, okay, no, wait, I want to wait and try. Go ahead and give the antibiotic.
Right.
The antibiotic is given. All medications have a withdrawal period. You must wait this number of days for the medication to be cleared from the body before you can consume the animal or an animal product. So let's say the antimicrobial is given and there's a 3-week withdrawal period. But the owner, after a week of trying, sees, the vet was right, this is not getting better. It's getting worse, actually.
Right.
Let me go ahead and kill the animal. Unfortunately, right now, and this is not just Trinidad and Tobago, and I want to make sure everybody knows that. This is not that we are backward or third world. Every country struggles with this kind of thing. Because in other countries, there may be random testing of meat samples, which means many meat samples get passed. But you have a situation where the farmer says, okay, I'll just slaughter this sheep in my backyard that had this antimicrobial being given, and I'm going to cut it up and give it to my neighbors. I'm going to eat it myself. I'm going to sell it. And this happens a lot. Chickens, especially, pigs, small ruminants, backyard slaughtering. Rabbits, backyard slaughtering. It's very, very, very common. The risk there is that we, as the consumers of the meat, primarily are putting ourselves at risk of exposure to antimicrobials and to animals that may have diseases that were not detected by the farmers, or were detected and they just discard. They see the lungs full of abscesses and they just toss that and still use the meat.
Right.
So you're potentially putting the consumers at risk. So I ask farmers, even if you are considering doing a backyard slaughter, to please contact the public health inspector. It is something that is facilitated. The inspector can come to the site, examine the live animal before slaughter, and then examine the animal's meat after slaughter, as well as the organs from inside. That combination of inspections before and after slaughtering is what gives us the confidence that we can consume this meat.
So here's the thing, and this is something that has been a buzz for a very long time. Because some of us still go to the butcher as opposed to just going to the supermarket or going to a high-end type of store or facility. What are some of the risks that this could impact on us as consumers? I mean, we spoke about the antimicrobials that may be present even in the parts of the meat that did not have the abscess, did not have the worms. What are some other risks that we face? Because a lot of us still go to a butcher to purchase meat.
In Trinidad and Guyana, in particular, I can't even think of the name now. They do poultry slaughtering on the side of the road and so on. Pluck shops. There we go. That's the common name. Pluck shops are very, very common. The problem is, in a lot of those facilities, when you buy from a Nutrina Arawak, you are getting chickens that have gone through a process, gone through a line,
Right.
have inspectors and so on. But some people consider that, they want fresh chicken. And so they want animals that are slaughtered right there and then. If you go to around Caribbean cinemas, south, there's a stretch to Princestown. If you drive past, you'll just see a bunch of sheep tied along the roadside and these wooden stalls. They slaughter the animals right there on the roadside, right there, and cut up the meat. But in many cases, they use wooden surfaces to cut up the meat. Wooden surfaces can never be disinfected. Wood is a very porous material, even if we can't see the pores. Even if you put a lamination on the top of the wood, when you start chopping, that lamination is gone.
Yeah.
And so you have bacteria, fungal agents that are getting into the wood. What is the slaughter procedure? Where at the abattoir here, the government abattoir, we have trained persons who know how to remove the intestine and the abdominal cavity and so on, so there's no contamination of the meat. But here, where you go to a pluck shop or to these roadside slaughter places, are they removing the intestines and so on so that the meat is not contaminated? Because now if the meat is contaminated, you're going to have what's called coliform bacteria from the intestines that could potentially cause serious disease. You have these bacteria, you have a wooden surface that can be cleaned, and now you have salmonella, you have E. coli, you have Klebsiella, you have Pseudomonas, you have these bacterial organisms that are growing and thriving on this wooden surface. And every piece of meat that goes on that wooden surface is being contaminated. Good thing, in Trinidad and Tobago, we cook our food till it basically burn, right? We don't eat this kind of bleeding meats.
Yeah,
when
the
you
red
cut
meat.
we don't eat that. So thankfully, for the most part, our cooking handles it. But the reality is the risks are very high. If you handle chicken from these pluck shops and they didn't do proper procedure, you handle chicken from the pluck shops and you don't wash your hands, you now introducing salmonella to whatever surface the toy for your children, the baby bottle, these are the risks that are really there. And the possibility is we've all had exposure to things and we've been made sick by it and we've survived. But the reality is, if you could be sick or not sick, would you choose to be sick? Nobody would. So even if it doesn't cause a severe illness, thankfully, for most of us, it may cause severe illness in some of us, which is bad enough.
Yeah.
But also, why would you choose to be sick? Take the precautions to avoid that exposure.
Definitely. And it's all about being open to education, being open to educated about taking care of your animals, proper slaughtering, all these procedures and practices that should be taken into consideration. And I'm thinking so many of us are not very open. We are not as open as we should be. And so we always take things into our own hands. We always want to do things by ourselves. It's only when, as old people say, water more than flour,
Right.
we come in to call Dr. Crooks to say, well, Dr. Crooks, I need help, because we don't open ourselves to the right information. And I think that's one of the major problems that we have. Just repeat the number where you can be reached. We're getting ready to wrap, so just repeat the number where you could be reached.
So in case of any incidents with your pets or your livestock throughout the holiday period, you can call the Tobago Animal Hospital at 239-7837. That's the office number. But in case of emergency, outside hours and so on, holidays, you can call or WhatsApp at 688-8281.
Okay, so that's 688-8281. You guys heard it right here. Thank you so much, Dr. Crooks, for being a part of Brunch today.
Thank you for having me.
And always be safe. Safe journey. Come back to us in one piece, and we will see you again next year. So blessings to you as you go forward.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a break, guys. We're going to be right back with more Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. But before I do that, let us take a look at our trivia question for today. what was the name of the first major hotel in Crown Point, Tobago? The answer, of course, at the end of the show. We're going to be right back. You know, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to see you when you get back. Brunch, A Taste of Tobago returns in a moment. See you guys soon.
Light up the Christmas with the best fiber. Surf for channel, switch to Amplia. Thousands in prizes, plenty smart TVs. 1 year free service and free groceries. We surfing with Amplia. We winning with Amplia. We been drinking with Amplia. We winning with Amplia. Sign up now for 50% off plus a chance to win over $100,000 in prizes. Call 800-4663.
This Christmas we celebrating, cause B-Mobile they coming with rating. So brace yourself for plenty prizes, cause this season will be your nice. It's the most deals and the most vibes and the most cars and the most price. The most giveaways, the most parang. Having a Christmas season with B-Mobile. I want a Christmas season with B-Mobile. Bring the sorrel with us to a Merry Christmas. Having a Christmas season with B-Mobile.
Top up, buy a plan, sign up or pay your bills. Enjoy the best Trinbago Christmas. B-Mobile. Life is on.
So your car break down.
Oh, no, not again.
And you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket, like free roadside assistance that's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil, where people are people. A member of the Ansa McCall Group.
It's a different type of thing down there. And we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Wait, I don't even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them thing?
Well, look what my right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Port Mall. But here now, I'm going to have with you. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
There's a tale of goodwill, and with a cheerful chance, you'll witness all its glory and splendor in a glance.
A Christmas story to put your emotions in a trance. And luckily, rhythmic vibrations coming out to sing, act, play, and dance.
The Rhythmic Vibrations and Rhythm Babes Performing Arts Company presents My Christmas Story.
And 'tis the season for a tremendous tale.
Ah, yes. Sunday, December 17th from 6 p.m. sharp at the Shore Park Cultural Complex.
Bring the entire family to enjoy this heartwarming production.
Tickets cost $150 for adults and $75 for children.
Tickets are available at Den's Electrical Port Mall, Scarborough, Tobago, or via any company member. For more information, contact 773-1426.
See you there. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom, fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments, complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Now, I am looking at some of the names that come before me, some of the personalities, the spirits, the energies, and it's a wonderful thing to be able to delve into life experiences. This is one of those times. Like I said, it's Wednesday, and a beautiful one at that. And of course, Wednesday, we look forward to Guided Girl Talk. So if you guys are just joining us for the first time, Guided Girl Talk is that conversation that we have of empowerment, upliftment, education, spirituality, you name it, and that's what we do here on Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. So the owner, creator, innovator, as I like to call her, sister from another mister, is here with me today, Miss Whitney Balfour, and she is always ready to give us that positivity. And so she has extended it to empowering the young ladies of society. And today I have the honor of meeting Akila Lawrence Soba, and she is one of the students, one of the trainees, one of the upcoming mentors and educational minds that will grace our presence in Tobago, in Trinidad, and of course the world. And it's such a great pleasure. So Whitney, Akila, thank you so much for being a part of Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Yes, and one of the things that I love about you, I was reading a bit of your thoughts, and the depth of what you say is so uplifting for me, because it shows that you're growing. It shows that, okay, I was here yesterday, but today it's a whole other ball game. I am better, I am wiser, I am stronger, I am more independent, I am more confident, because these are the things that you have to go through in life. So let me just read just a bit of what you wrote, because I feel that you guys need to hear this before we start the conversation. Being a Christian is one of the toughest things one can agree to do, mainly because it involves denying one's self and the world that we live in. This can sometimes feel burdensome, but one thing for certain, we lack nothing when we are filled with the Holy Spirit. He is indeed sufficient for us, And he is indeed more than enough. This is the part that stood out for me. He is more than enough. And because of him, we are made whole. This stood out for me because it speaks to not just Whitney's journey or Akila's journey, it speaks to Janelle's journey, it speaks to everybody else who are on a journey. You're on some type of journey. And that's the thing about life. You always meet a pathway where your journey begins. It never ends because you always have to keep growing. You always have to evolve. You always have to adapt and be as strong as you want to be, but not afraid to be vulnerable when you need to be vulnerable. Tell us a little bit about your journey thus far, Akila.
So, I would have transitioned or journeyed from being in the world, from being an unproductive young person, just catering to party and drinking and liming, knowing that there was something greater calling me, knowing that I didn't come to this earth to suffer and die. It must have a reason. What is my purpose? This is where it is I came from. Being empty on the inside, not feeling like I'm fulfilling what it is I was sent on earth to do. And one day, the Spirit of the Lord, the Holy Spirit, He used love. He used love to get my attention. He said that, Akila, you don't like when it is you're loving people. This is how he speaks, because the Holy Spirit speaks to us the way that we speak. So he would not come with proper English. He will come with some dialect.
Yes, for you to understand.
Yes. But nonetheless, he said to me that you don't like when you're loving people, when you're giving people your all and they are not returning the favor. And he said, how do you think I am feeling? He said, I did this for you. You are no longer in this situation. You think that you are failing, but in fact, I have you in my hands and I need you to say yes to me. This is what the Holy Spirit told me. And from that moment, I decided that I was saying yes and I was not going to look back to the world. At that moment, I decided I did not care what people would have said about me. At that moment, I decided to choose God, to deny myself my natural urges, or at the time, what I thought was natural, that natural urge to just want to belong, to want to fit in, to choose me. Look at me. I had to deny that person and evolve to become what it is He had called me to be. And I thank God for salvation. I thank God that salvation comes from salvage, that I was worthy enough to be thrown away, to be discarded. But because God so loved the world, because God so loved the world, because He so loved me, He chose me and He came to me and He resurrected me. Because we know that the wages of sin is death. And I was dead inside, but He saved me. He resurrected me. And the amazing thing about this is that it's only April, the 18th of April 2022 is when I got baptized. And to see how my life has just totally changed and evolved is like, what is this? It's like I am a whole new person, brand new, not second hand, but brand new. So it has really just been what to say, an empowering from above that only Jesus Christ Himself is able to do. Yeah.
Amen. You know, I need to do this now. Hallelujah. I need a hallelujah there. Hallelujah. Because it's a wonderful, it's an amazing feeling when you start listening to the voice of the Lord.
Yes.
This happens. Everything opens. You begin to focus. You begin to let Him in. And I think that is one of the major problems that we face as believers, that we face as human beings. Because I have to take it to human beings because we are by no means perfect. And so we make mistakes. We do things we shouldn't do. We're in places we should not be. And sometimes the clutter and the noise is so much, we do not take the time to listen.
True.
and then we are thrown into some type of circumstance. I have found that this happens.
Yes.
And the circumstance, it's either a sink or swim, and you have no choice but to reach and hold on to God.
Yes.
And when you do that, you cannot even imagine or put into words what that feeling is like. So much of you I can share in your story because it took me a while to really listen and allow myself to be guided.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, sometimes, it is a bit of a struggle trying to declutter.
And there's always clutter.
Trying to declutter because the world brings clutter onto us.
Yeah.
And as a result, we are bombarded by busyness. We are bombarded by so many things that we are unable to hear. But we have this innate ability to hear. We came from him.
Exactly.
We are part of him. So once we allow ourselves in these situations where sink or swim, as you said earlier, once he gets our attention, because that's what he does to get our attention.
Yes.
And once we are discerning enough to understand that this is the way in which God is really reaching out to me, then we are able to submit and really hear the voice of God. In Akila's walk, she was able to hear the voice of God speaking to her. For me, it took distress, as you were talking about sink and swim. It took distress to get my attention, to get me into the house of the Lord, for me to be touched by him. And that's the beautiful thing about God. He does things in different ways with different people. He knows how to really get our attention.
Definitely.
And for me,
Yes.
for me, I was too busy to hear. So he had to bring distress around me for me to come into a place for him to now touch me. So he touched me
Yes.
by laying at their hands. And he touched Akila, well, he spoke to Akila. So we see there's different ways in which the Holy Spirit really garners our attention and speaks to us.
And one of the things also, one of the mistakes that we make, and it's amazing when we get to know the Lord, when we start walking with him, we realize that we don't need validation from anyone, from any situation or anything. And that in itself is so empowering. I could always give just one snippet of a story that I experienced as well, because I'm listening to Akila, I'm listening to Whitney, and a lot of what you're saying speaks to me. In my case, it was music.
Right.
And so my dad, God rest his soul, did his best to get me into music. He saw my talent, I did not. And so I did not receive what he was trying to pass on to me. So it took me a while. It took me so many disappointments, so many people saying things, because you always have persons saying things, you always have persons who are negative, you always have the ratio of the negativity is so much higher than the little circle that is telling you you can do it, you are worthy, you are special, you are wonderful. And so you now have to embark on a journey at some point in your life.
Yes.
Some persons earlier than others, because it took me a while. I was not as young as Akila when I got to that level of spirituality and empowerment. And so I agree with Whitney. The Lord uses you in his own way. He meets you at whatever level you're at, and he speaks to you in that way. For me, it was, listen, you're doing too much. Stop running away from music. This is what your calling is. That's what was said to me. And so I decided to answer. And the focus shifted. The pathways were a bit clearer. And then you realize that people are just there to talk. That's what we do. We talk.
Yes.
But we don't have the power to dictate or validate or even make a comment on what you should be doing and not doing.
That's so true.
And so getting to know the Lord and agreeing to open yourself and let yourself go and just let Him lead. This is that form of salvation. This is the ultimate form, because you are just surrendering. Lord, I will go. Where you lead me, I will go.
That's right.
Yeah. And so it's amazing to see the growth. And Whitney, I commend you so many times over for having this vision, for being that light that is able to empower wonderful, beautiful young ladies such as Akila. And there's so many more persons that you would help on your journey.
Yes.
I see that
Clearly.
so clear. It's so vivid in my mind. It's not even funny.
Wow.
I know for a
Thank
fact
you.
that you'll be helping so many other people.
Thank
Yeah.
Yes. Akila and I, we would have met prior to church. We knew each other from before. Yes, and then it so happened she joined the same ministry I was at. And you want to talk a bit of our journey there, and then
No problem.
We're actually getting
transitioned.
ready to wrap. So what I would like for you to do is come back and be a part of Brunch, because the journey is something that you really need time to really get in and really delve into what you want us to understand.
Yes.
I am Akila. This is what I went through. This is my journey thus far. And it only gets better from strength to strength, because Guided Girl Talk, as I said, is a staple of the Brunch program every Wednesday. And, you know, I want to thank you guys so much for being here. I want to thank you for letting us know that God is the answer. He is the way. He is
is
our
the
truth,
truth and the life.
our light. He's that voice. He's that energy that fights for us. We don't even know sometimes because we sleeping or we doing the most. But He's there fighting.
Yes, He is.
Yeah.
On our behalf.
On our behalf. And so I thank you so much for bringing this to the light. So we wish you from our family to yours peace, love, light. Oh my gosh, all the blessings, all the favor, all the success in whatever you endeavor to do.
Thank you so much, and same to you. And I would just like to leave this scripture with you.
Sure.
Romans 8:28. It tells us that all things work together for good. It doesn't matter what it is. It may seem bad, but know that it is working for your good. And well, viewers, it is also working for your good. So be encouraged and know that you are loved.
Definitely. So we definitely want to see you back. We are going to keep in touch because we want to be so aware of what's going on, where your journey is taking you. It's so positive, and we need to really highlight more of the positivities in our youth. And I'm really adamant about that. So you definitely have to come back to Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. So we're going to take a break, guys. Akila, thank you so much. Whitney, thank you so much. Guided Girl Talk. Please get involved on Facebook. It's a wonderful, wonderful platform, and we need more of it. We need more people to be involved. We're going to take a break, of course. Brunch, a Taste of Tobago, Wednesday. Loving it, loving it, loving you. And thank you for being a part of what we're doing. Our trivia question for today, let me just revisit that. What was the name of the first major hotel in Crown Point, Tobago? The answer at the end of the show. We will see you when we see you. Book Club is up next.
Inner Health, number 13B Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago, with over 25 years experience offering services in and not limited to microscopic blood analysis, reflexology, and the sale of a wide range of organic herbal products used to supplement thyroid, lymphatic, heart, kidney, and brain health, and the male and female reproductive systems. Come and chat with us. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Welcome to Standard, and today we're launching High. It's our newest brand that Standard is launching, and it's where luxury meets affordability. We're very proud of this brand. It's taken some time to get the right collection in place, and we're also going to continue to improve on our collection as time goes by and we listen to our customers more. We've changed our suppliers for this collection to European suppliers, so you're going to get that European finish. We've been very pleased by some of the results that we've been seeing in terms and response to it in the market, and we're so glad to bring it to Tobago and show Tobago what Standard could, grow with them as well.
It's not just about looking good or having materials that are easily cleaned or sustainable materials, because the important thing about this particular collection is that it is quality. It is meant to last, and it lives up to the Standard name about never beating on quality and price. This furniture particularly, especially our outdoor line, which ranges from fiberglass, plastic types of outdoor stools, outdoor chairs, even the outdoor furniture, it is built to last.
That's the importance with High, right? It's not only looking good, it's going to feature things that make your life easier, and it's not too damaging on the pocket. That's important for us.
This furniture fits the lifestyle of Tobago, of the Tobago customer, of the Tobago guest. It is the perfect type of furniture for you.
But this place so boring, enough. We don't even do nothing. Let me go somewhere now.
I really want some new things, yes? Then look no further. Portmore is the place for you.
Oh, really?
Yes. You can have anything that your heart desires. Take a look for yourselves. A world of endless opportunities. Feeling hungry? Go get something to eat. Books and stationeries, games, and much more. Portmore, the island's beat.
We are back, and you stayed. I love you. I really do. Thank you so much for being a part of Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. And as we get ready for our wonderful book club segment, I'm going to take some time and I'm going to speak to a very special lady who sits before me. Now, the Tobago Conference of the Moravian Church is one that is etched in our history for all time. We are embarking on getting to know the Moravian Church. The journey, the history is so engulfing, it's so exciting. It's something that you want to really get involved and delve into ministry. And so my next guest is no different. We take the time now to speak to Reverend Camille James Jofield. I'm taking my time to say the name because there is so much positive energy that exudes from this young lady sitting right here, and I'm so honored that she's here. So I'm going to take the time to welcome Reverend Jofield to Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. It is indeed a pleasure to sit opposite you.
Yes.
I was looking forward to it, and I was like, finally. So I am humbled by the opportunity to sit with you this morning.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful, wonderful day. Blessings to our Lord and Creator for giving us the opportunity to see it. And so the Moravian Christmas market.
Yes.
Tell us about this wonderful event.
So the Moravian Christmas Market was an idea that started from recognizing that there are so many persons within our congregations who are gifted, who are talented.
Right.
And the Bible tells us that your talent will make room for you before kings.
Yes.
So the idea is to allow them to understand that, yes, the church does care about your skills, your gifts, and your talents. And we would like to create an opportunity for you to have an opportunity to market yourself, to expand your borders,
Yes.
and to truly let others see what God has gifted you with and what you can make for us.
Definitely. And you know, one of the things that really, really stands out for me, I have said it so many times, but the viewers, of course, need to really know and understand that there are so many gifts that are given to us, that are ordained before we even walk on the earth, before we even enter into the world. And for me, why I'm so pleased that you're here is your work with the youth. I am an advocate, you know that I'm an advocate for the youth, because I feel that many times, too many to mention, our youths get a bad rep.
Yes.
And so, just as, like I said before, just as we are seeing all the videos and all the fights and all the things that our young people are doing, we also need to highlight when they are being positive.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, even within the ambit of church, we tend to think that we require a master's degree or something huge to just approach the children. Sometimes what they require is just a, how are you doing? How was your day today? To let them know that we are actually concerned about what they are struggling with. Because believe it or not, the world that they have to contend with is totally different from the world that we grew up in.
Definitely.
And I tell them all the time, I said, I don't want to, I don't miss having the opportunity to grow up in this day and age. I said, I feel sorry for y'all, but I'm going to try to give you what I know works. I'm going to expose you to my experiences with God and pray and hope that you are guided by that to a place where you embrace God for yourself and recognize that the many voices in our society that are constantly trying to grab at your attention are short-lived. They will be short-lived, and they do not impact your soul. They don't carry you to a place of peace. So the challenge is to meet them where they are at and create opportunities for them to express themselves. And it's amazing that you go to the issue of young people, because one of our vendors for Saturday is actually a high school student.
Oh, wow.
And her mommy has actually been pushing her and encouraging her to get into business because she likes it. She genuinely, you know, she would talk about wanting to do business, not necessarily as a subject in school, but for the experience of industry.
Yes.
And so she has finally started. So I said to her, I said, I will sponsor your booth on Saturday.
Right.
Just so that she has a feel of what business is. And then maybe she can expose other people.
Definitely.
But we need to create the space for them, embrace them as they are. My tagline when it comes to my young people is no condemnation, no judgment. When you come, you are accepted as you are given every opportunity, and you have to come really good for me to stop loving you.
Definitely.
So that's what I tell them, and I treat them as though they're my own. So I was really happy about that young lady coming on Saturday.
And I think also you have the ability to really dig talents out of these young people, because we have some actors and some singers and some dancers and debaters and you name it, and we have it coming out of that work that you do with them along with your team. And it's a wonderful, wonderful space when the young people are letting their talents soar. They're letting their inner light shine. And I think some of the times we battle with what our talents should do for us.
Right.
And so we fall by the wayside. We take into consideration too many times the negatives, because there are so many negatives that come along, and so many persons that think that they are going to be able to validate you or
Right.
dictate where you need to be or what you need to do. You know, I always share my own story because coming into art and culture was not a friendly space.
Right.
I started at 7. My dad tried his best, but I just could not receive at the age of 7.
Right.
And so it took a long journey. If I had a mentor like
Right.
Reverend Camille, then, you know, that would have been Sakai. I would have been so much more grounded at an earlier age. So it took me a while,
Right.
you know, and I'm so glad that the opportunities that our young people have. Good morning to the Spring Gardens Moravian Church. Good morning to the Moravian body, the Moravian family. I'm not going to leave anyone out, so I'm just saying good morning
Everybody.
and blessings to
Yes.
you as a whole. Thank you for your ministry. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your positivity. And looking on, I see the work that you do in the community. I see the work that you do with people, with our young people, with our full people, with our pioneers, because we have so many pioneers who are still with us today. And so it's a wonderful thing to be able to be in that space and be a positive light. And that's what you are. So I'm so glad that you're here. So just tell us a little bit more about the market, the Moravian market. When does it take place? What time should we come by? You know, just the general information, just for our viewers.
So thank you for your extremely kind words. The Moravian fraternity is, as you said, truly etched in the history of Tobago. It is recognized as the first Protestant church, and therefore would have come to the Caribbean to meet the needs of slaves. And education has always been a strong point of ours.
Yes.
But as I said before, the idea is to help people to feel as though the church cares about every aspect of their life, because a lot of people only come to church on a Sunday, they may come to a Bible study on a Wednesday. So the idea behind the market is to reach out and then just encourage them to expand their 10 pegs. So the Moravian Christmas market takes place Saturday, the 16th of December, from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. We will be on the grounds of the Spring Garden Moravian Church, and we have a wide array of items. So we have Girl Obsession, and they will be bringing makeup. They cater to both male and female.
Right.
They will also be educating us on how to use the products, because quite often we go and we buy and we're not so sure how to use. So Girl Obsession is one of our vendors, and they will be there with makeup. We have the young lady that I spoke about. She actually attends Bishops. Her business is actually registered, and it is called Lavish Lab. So Lavish Lab caters to the younger children.
Yes.
So she will have things like the scrunchies and the lip gloss and that kind of thing. And she will have some clothing items available as well.
Ooh,
So
sounds
she will take
exciting.
care of that aspect. Then we have Cakes et al. This is pioneered by J.L. Stewart. And it would be remiss of me to say her brownies are delightful.
Yes.
I don't buy them by the single. I buy them by the pan. I buy
Yes.
a whole pan. And she's a nutritionist by education and trade, but her goodies are delightful. So she will be there bringing the cheesecake, bringing the black cake, bringing everything we could think about that is sweet and savory in terms of the Christmas season.
There you go.
So she will be bringing that to us. Now, up at Moriah, the church on the hill,
Yes.
the Moravian church on the hill, they have a dirt oven. So Moriah has decided to pack up their entire dirt oven and come down to Spring Garden on Saturday the 16th. So they are coming with all their dirt oven goodies. So we know we're getting the authentic Tobago experience.
Yes, yes.
So they're coming with their bread, they're coming with their sweet bread, they're coming with their tarts and all the other delicacies. And they are going to make sure that we leave with something in our hand. We can taste something, but we're leaving with something in our hand as well. We have a wonderful sister. I think I could call her seasoned saint, but she doesn't look retired, from the Bethesda congregation. And she said, Rev, just a couple weeks ago, the idea came to me to start doing powdered seasonings. She said, and I just want to be of service still. So she will be coming with the powdered pimento, the pimento flakes, the bay leaf powder, the thyme powder. She will be coming to help us to season the ham and the turkey and make sure our Christmas meal is properly seasoned.
Definitely.
So make sure you stop by Sister Sandra and get your seasonings for your Christmas day.
Well, we don't want to let everything out of the bag.
Yes.
Okay, let's leave some mystery.
Yes.
Let's leave some excitement. So you guys head on down to the Moravian Christmas market.
Yes, please.
There is something for everyone.
Everybody.
You know, we just want to thank Reverend Camille. Thank you to you. Thank you for your team. Thank you for your vision. Thank you to the Moravian chapter. Oh my gosh, you guys do the most. Thank you so much for your ministry. Thank you for being a part of Brunch.
Yes.
And blessings to you and success in whatever you endeavor to do.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us. And Tobago, those of you visiting from Trinidad, please stop by the Spring Garden Moravian Church. We're in Orange Hill, the opposite road to the gas station on the highway. Come by, and as we're saying, you will definitely find something to suit your pocket and to suit your taste buds.
Definitely. And you know, guys, we're going to take a break. But before we do that, let me just revisit that trivia question. It's really, really lovely today. What was the name of the first major, get this, major hotel in Crown Point, Tobago? The answer at the end of the show. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Book Club is up next. See you guys soon.
JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Don't be fearful or ignorant about diseases. The opportunity to learn how to effectively work with or even reverse sicknesses is here. Do you know someone that is suffering from an illness? You are invited to come and learn in this in-depth, hands-on training program. Call this number and reserve your space in this God-inspired, hands-on medical missionary training program going on in Tobago. See you there.
The best place to stay in Tobago is at Thorn's Place, with rates starting as low as 200 TT. Call or WhatsApp 745-7306 or 682-8676. We are located uptown Scarborough, 5 minutes away from the port. Remember, at Thorn's Place, our aim is to make your stay safe and affordable.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Light up the Christmas with the best fiber. Surf for channels, switch to Amplia. Thousands in prizes, plenty smart TVs. 1 year free service and free groceries. We suffering with Amplia. We been drinking with Amplia. We winning with Amplia. 10% off, plus a chance to win over $100,000 in prizes. Call 800-4663.
This Christmas we celebrate it. Cause B-Mobile, they coming with rating. So brace yourself for plenty prizes. Cause this season will be the nice. It's the most deals and the most vibes and the most cars and the most price. The most giveaways, the most parade. Having a Christmas season with B-Mobile. I want a Christmas season with B-Mobile. Bring the sorrow and we toast to a Merry Christmas. Having a Christmas season with B-Mobile.
Top up, buy a plan, sign up or pay your bills. Enjoy the best Trinbago Christmas. Be mobile. Life is on.
It's a different type of thing down there. Man, we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Good morning, viewers across Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. Welcome to Book Club Corner, where every Wednesday, right here, amazing Tobago, we chat with local authors about their book, about the literary arts, and their love for the written word. And today we have a special treat for you. We have with us, virtually of course, because he isn't living here with us anymore, he's migrated, we have with us the winner of the Bocas Children's Prize, and his name is Garnet Lawrence. Garnet, welcome to Book Club Corner.
Hi, good morning, Joel. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I am alive and
Very good. I haven't seen you in quite a while.
yeah, since our last guild meeting.
So you see, this is what it takes, right? For me to actually see you, because we've been having virtual meetings, but no camera, right? So this is what it takes. It takes you to win the Bocas Children Prize for me to actually see you.
Oh, God. They make me out so. I come in today, go to them. Send me in person.
I can't wait. So let me ask you. I asked you the other day, but I'm going to ask you on camera now. Should I be calling you Mr. Lawrence now? Put some respect on the name.
That is fine. That is fine. That is how people call Mr. Lawrence. I have the children and them, so you can call me that. That's fine.
Well, listen, I can't tell you how proud, not just me, right? And you are the secretary of the Tobago Writers Guild, have been for the past 12 months, even though you've migrated to Barbados from Tobago lately. You've done such a fantastic job, so I just want to put in that. But I am so proud. All of your colleagues on the Writers Guild Executive are really proud of you, as well as the membership. I just want to publicly say how proud we are and happy for you with this, because, you know, writers don't get a lot of accolades and, you know, thanks, praise, you did a good job. So when we do, you know, we all listen, we're over the moon. I know many of the members are doing backflips. How is your family taking this news?
Oh, my children are off the wall. My wife, she carried me out for lunch. She was so proud of me. They have played such a big part in this whole story and in this whole process. So they're all over the moon. My son told me the other day, Daddy, whatever I want for Christmas, I'm buying it for you. I know where the money from, but he was like, I'm buying everything I want for Christmas. So they're so proud. Yeah.
How old is he?
Yeah. He's 6. And my
and
daughter
he's buying
is 7.
you anything for Christmas? With
Anything
your money,
I want
right?
Yeah, my mother go talk about that whole story there. Yeah.
Garnet,
But
I want you to
must
tell
say,
us. Yeah, I want you to tell us about when you got the call, when you found out that you were the winner. Tell us how that transpired, and then walk us through why you decided to submit your book. Right? Tell us everything. We want all the tea.
Okay. Well, when we were first shortlisted, I got an email saying shortlist, and I was like, okay, wow. And I saw your books, and I was like, okay, I just feel kind of bad to beat somebody from Barbados. So let me see what the second prize to beat. I don't get put out. Um, what happened was I got a call from where the individual was from Boca Fitness, and she was like, Mr. Lawrence, hi. You didn't see the email? And I'm like, no, I didn't check the email. Check it now. I'm like, okay, fine. So welcome. Okay. The guy came and she was like, what happened? I was like, I just won. And she was like, what? And she was like, shh, can't tell anybody yet. You have to wait until you officially say it. But I was like, okay. There are very few times in my life I'm speechless. I got to put in the post, and I was like, okay, all right, okay. Um, and the book itself, I mean, this is a whole journey, and I can't spill all the tea because it gets stains on the tablecloth. So let's this whole thing has been an emotional roller coaster for me. The entire process from start to finish, getting the book. First of all, it wasn't even a book in the first place. It was a public health campaign that was meant to be performed at the various schools across Tobago, and it wasn't bought into for whatever reason. And I said, this idea is too good to die, to let this seed die. And I said, okay, what has God given to me? And I said, this idea is here. So I took the book and I literally just transcribed it from a script into a book format. And I want to thank my wife publicly because the idea of writing a book while unemployed would drive most women kind of mad because if you have two children and you have a wife and you have to, you know, that kind of story, and you have things, you have bills to pay, the last thing you'd want to hear your husband saying is, you know, like how we watch that movie with Tyler Perry, Acrimony, I think it is, where it is that this guy was investing all of his money and this idea of going to work. No, plenty of men go and step it up with that guy. But my wife was not one of those women. She supported me 100% through the entire journey. And my mother as well played an integral part in both of them financially supporting this book, getting it done. I was determined that this book must be of an international quality. So I had to find international money, which is our own kettle of fish all by itself. And then when the book was finished, I said, okay, I want that the Caribbean shares in this. And the Book of Lit Fest is a forum through which Caribbean authors are celebrated. So I said, I'm going to enter it here as well as some other places as well. And the idea was, okay, I entered it and I forgot completely about it. And the irony, God is so good. What we were preparing for was right. It's Christmas time coming around, so let's try and get the books into the stores. And we were trying to figure out how we were going to start marketing the book. And then this comes along at the same time, the day that they announced the book. One was the day that we got the books into stores, trying to get this into stores nationwide. So it just has been a complete emotional roller coaster. And I give God thanks. I give my family thanks, my children, my wife, my family, and even my church community and those who would have understood and who would have seen. Because I think some people who would have known me would know that this is almost no surprise based on the work that I've been doing in the past and consistently doing. And I believe that my art form, whether it is film, whether it is for theater, whether it is now in the work of author, being an author, it must speak to the people. It must give them some measure of direction or hope or perspective that is personally beneficial to them so that they can grow and they can make better choices in life. And that's always been my mantra, that whatever I say must speak life into the people who read it and who see it and who hear it. So yeah, that's the journey.
I love that. And I can't say congratulations enough right? And Garnet, people cheering in the streets, that's happening in my imagination, right? Cheering in the streets and just like, Garnet, Garnet. Literally, we're so happy for you. And thank you for being here with us today on Book Club Corner and sharing. I don't want too much of the tea to be spilled. Rightfully, you said that, right? Because you're going to be coming on the 20th of December back home, right, for a Tobago Christmas. So when you come back, you know, we spoke. When you come back, we're going to grab you, right? We're going to grab you and have you on for, you know, the full half an hour for Book Club Corner. And listen, Garnet, I want the tea, I want the sugar, I want the milk, right? I want the full works. When you come here, we're going to spill everything. Right? Because these book projects are a work and a labor of love. I want to, you know, congratulations to your wife as well, because you all have won as a team.
Yes, it is a whole team. The story came through the children actually, but I will come when we have an interview, because they heard the story first. They were my first audience. My daughter could tell the story. She might act the story if you want to. In fact, she could do this interview for me if she wants to, but I kind of think I should give her a little bit more information she need to give. I want to make sure we keep it, you know.
Listen, we're so happy for you. I can't tell you enough. And apart from that, the labor of love you've put in, you, your team, your family. And I remember when you submitted that excerpt from the book as an article for our Friday Guardian article, right? So we saw the quality of your work even before you got here. So thank you, Boca Slit, for acknowledging the high standard of literary work coming out of Tobago, one, and coming out of Trinidad and Tobago as a whole, and for honoring our authors. You know, we can't support them enough. Garnet, we want to thank you for being here with us. You know, we love and support you. It's Christmas time. You all get that book. It's Anansi and the Fire Ants. It's an amazing story. He is a Boca's Children's Prize book winner. Get that book for Christmas. It's really cute, very easy. It will be in Tobago, available at all the major bookstores, and then we'll share with you exactly where you can run and get it, right? So thank you, Garnet, for being here with us. Enjoy Barbados until we see you.
I shall try. Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Take care.
We're going on a quick break, guys. We'll be back soon. I have another special guest with us here today, and listen, stay tuned. Today is going to be a very special edition of Book Club Corner. And when you come back, I will explain why it's special. So see you in a few minutes.
So your car break down.
Oh, no, not again.
And you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket, like free roadside assistance. That's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil, where people are people. A member of the Ansa McCall Group.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
viewers in Trinidad and Tobago, across the Caribbean, and the wider world globally, wherever you may be viewing from. We want to welcome you to Book Club Corner. We just had a quick chat with Garnet Lawrence, the winner for the Boca's Children's Book Prize, and we're here today chatting with another fantastic author. Her name is Dr. Margaret Price, and she is the first-time published author of My Incredible Life's Journey. She's a registered nurse, a former nursing tutor, a former director of nursing, and a dean of nursing and health services. Health sciences. Yes, health sciences. So we want to welcome Dr. Margaret Price, a woman from the soil. We can't say enough about her accolades. She is not a medical doctor, but she has her PhD in
public administration.
Public administration. Listen, smart as a whip. Welcome, Dr. Price.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you're here to talk to us about a book that you've written, a memoir.
Yes.
Right? About your life and your work. Let me tell you guys, there's so much to get into today. But before we do that, you know how we do it on Book Club Corner. We always have some refreshment, some libations, something happening. And what makes Book Club Corner especially special today is that we are not going to be having our usual libation of local wine. We're going to be having some verre d'eau. It's a glass of water in French. And we're going to be having some water. And I'll tell you why. Let me pour you your water, Dr. Price. And usually on Book Club Corner, we do the 5 S's of wine tasting. Today we'll be doing the 5 S's of
water drinking.
Water drinking. She said it, guys, not me. But I want to thank you for being here with us. One of the things I had to ask her if she was going to be comfortable discussing, because she disclosed to me, because I asked my guests, do you want to drink the wine? Are you a wine drinker? We usually sip and chat, and they say yes, or they say no. Usually it's yes. We have a lot of lovely bibbers. But she said, no, I can't. I'm diabetic. And I said, that is something we have to talk about on the show. So cheers to you,
cheers.
Dr. Price.
Thank you.
Right? I'm going to savor and sip this water here. They haven't sponsored us, so we won't tell you the brand. When you'll sponsor us, we will tell you all about the brand of water we're drinking. But yeah, I decided today we're not going to have the usual wine that we sip on, because we have a lot of authors who are dealing with diabetes. And this is the Christmas season, right? And you coming from the health sector, I thought it was very apropos that we discuss that quickly. As authors dealing with diabetes, dealing with health issues, we sometimes gloss over the care that we have to put into ourselves, right? We want to put into the work, we want to do work as creators, but tell me, how has this affected and how has your creative avenue helped you in managing this this condition that you're living with?
Well, I have been diabetic since 1990, okay? And I just follow the protocols of testing my blood sugar, following whether I'm on insulin or on tablets. Now I'm on tablets. I'm on 2 anti-diabetes tablets. And I take them regularly, and then I of course, you have to watch your diet. That's the most important thing, because the amount of starches you take affects your blood sugar, okay? And if you wanted to control it, then you have to watch your diet.
Yes.
So there's some people who can just watch their diet and exercise and not necessarily have to take insulin or any other thing. But there are people who, well, the atmosphere we live in, it's very tempting to eat sweet things. for some unknown reason, when you're diabetic, it seems that that sweet things appeal to you more than anything
they
else.
just keep appearing.
And you just, yes, and everywhere you go, somebody's offering you something, especially in this season. We love black cake, so when we go, but you can't have everything in moderation.
Yes.
That's your entire life. You have to do things in moderation. And so I've lived quite healthy and happy I'm 87 years old with my diabetes since I was, in my 40s.
Yes.
And so, you know, I don't see it as a handicap. I see it as a discipline. And that's it. You just have to take the discipline, and that's it.
I want to put a plug out to all pre-diabetic, because there's that too, right? You don't just go into full diabetes. You do have that.
You do.
Listen, guys, it's Christmas season. You know, we love our black cake and our cakes and our, you know, pastels and we love it. We love it. And we want you to live a long and prosperous and happy life. Please be mindful of how much you're consuming and how it's affecting your body. If you are experiencing some odd symptoms, right, some of the symptoms for pre-diabetes is sometimes the clouding of the eyes, right? You're not able to focus. I feel like something is going on with your eyesight. That's just one. And then there's the frequent urination as well. Look it up, guys. We're just saying, you know, this is not to scare anybody or to make anybody, you know, feel down for the season, but we just want to say, please be mindful of what you consume and take care of your health. It's all well and good to eat and drink and laugh, but you want to be healthy at the end of the day, right?
Amen.
Everything in moderation, as
That's
Dr.
right.
Price said. And don't take it from me. She's a health professional. She said it, right? So what she said.
And I'm a healthy person.
Yes, and we can see that.
I'm diabetic,
right?
but I'm healthy.
We can see that from, you know, your size at this age. You've been able to maintain a certain body weight. And we're happy to see that, you know, you're managing your diabetes. We want to get into this book. It's called My Incredible Life's Journey. Yes, you can make one. Yes, you can make one. You also can make one. Sorry, guys. And Dr. Price wrote this book traveling, working across the world. I'm looking at the cover of the book. Put up the cover again first, guys. The cover of the book, I don't know if you all are able to see, in those flowers, she has put destinations in them. So I'm seeing here Nigeria, Egypt. So each flower is a continent. I'm seeing Liberia, Zambia, Switzerland, Japan, High Crystal. I have a sister in Japan right now. I'm seeing Grenada, Antigua and Barbuda. We just lost one of Antigua and Barbuda's soca artists.
Yes, I saw that last night.
Condolences to him and his family. We have Jamaica, right? We got dancehall music and parties and all of that. We have Barbados, and Dr. Price and I both spent some time in Barbados, right? I was there for 10 years. You were there for 3 years.
Yes.
So this cover really speaks to your world travel and all the work that you have done.
Yes.
What made you decide to do the cover in this way, in, you know, kind of putting in some Easter eggs, as we call it, some hidden treasures?
I wish I could claim the thing for that, but it was one of my nieces. Okay, she loved to draw, and so she drew a continuity, starting from Tobago, and my friends from Trinidad are a little upset at me because it doesn't say Trinidad and Tobago. It says starting from Tobago at the top.
I see.
And where I went to next to England, and the places I visited while I was in England, and then to Canada, and the places I went to while I was in Canada. And I worked with CARICOM, so the CARICOM islands, the islands are there, and so she drew them in a line. And then the publishers, the artists, just pulled them together as one bouquet.
I love it.
And I think it's beautiful.
This is such a fantastic and unique idea. And when you're doing your book covers, you always want to have that unique idea about your book cover, something that you can, you can drop in there. And I love that yours is what we call an Easter egg, this hidden thing that you can say literally, have you seen how many countries Dr. Price has been to? We could literally ask that, right? How many countries has Dr. Price been to? And if you don't know, check her book cover.
Yeah.
All right. We want to get inside the meat of this. There's so many great things in your book, and I love a good memoir. This is a memoir. So a memoir is a type of biography, right? Really and truly, the person has not passed on yet. They're still here with us. And using this book as a life lessons, right? Holding it up as an example of what you can do as well, or how you can get through whatever they're talking about. So memoirs are great inspirational tools, right? Tell us why you decided to write a memoir. And what's the purpose of yours?
Okay. I think a friend of mine, when I lived in Ghana, when she came to Ghana, and she lived in Canada, but would always come when I'm on her holidays to whichever country I was in. And because of what I was doing in Ghana, she thought I had a story to tell, and I should tell that story. At first, I thought I don't have a story to tell. But then eventually, when I retired, and the children that I adopted kept on saying, Auntie Margaret, do this and do that, I decided, okay, I'd write the memoir. I wrote it because I think it could be inspirational to others, to people. At first, I thought people from third world countries, people from underdeveloped countries, black people moving overseas and things. I thought it would be instructive to them. But then I started getting feedback, as you would see on some of the thing, from white people who were quite happy to read the memoir and to congratulate me on it, because I was able to live and work well, Canada was white, and I got to the top of my profession there, and so I worked in the States. I got into the States on a visa, that because I was able to do what I could do.
Right.
So they thought that
for health
reasons, yes. And so they thought that I had a story to tell, and they'd like me to tell it to more people. And so I wrote the book.
Yes. I really love how you have sectioned out the book. Guys, we're bibliophiles over here. We love, one of the things we love to look at is the table of contents, right? We look at the book from the beginning to the last page. And when I looked at the book, the table of contents, I noticed here that there's a whole section on Ghana and several other African countries. And I said, oh, we have currently, so let me tell you guys, in case you might have missed it, Dr. Price, there is a Ghanaian digital content creator here in Tobago. He was at the Tobago Update studio on Monday talking about his work as a content creator and so on. So when I saw that you had also worked and lived in Ghana, I said, I feel like it's just so full circle this week, right? This connection with Africa, this connection with Ghana, Nigeria and stuff like that. And he does, he does his work in Ghana, trying to promote Africa and the African diaspora. So he has traveled, and I want to talk to you about one, your work in Ghana and your connection to perhaps Africa as a person of African descent. Tell us about your time in Ghana, what you did there, how long you were there, and one of the things that you would impress upon people why they should perhaps visit Ghana.
Okay. Well, first, Tobago is populated by Ghanaians. Okay. I was able to trace my grandfather's family, the Kwakos, in Ghana, because my grandfather had passed it on to my great-grandfather, to my grandfather, to my mother. I didn't know much about it until she passed it on to the grandchildren. And when I was going to Africa, the first thing one of my nieces said is, "Are you going to visit grandmother's family?" And I thought, how would I do that? And she says, well, grandmother says that the family is a Kwaku and
Yeah.
thing, and a Ga. And I said, okay. So I'd go and I'd ask, and sure enough, I found them.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my
I so that was easy. The problem I had was with them was that they wanted me to learn to speak Ga, and my husband wanted me to speak Akan. But then everybody spoke English, so.
So what is Akan?
Akan is a different language that the what's his name who came here the other day.
Okay,
the
the Prince
speak
of
Akan.
Ghana. Yes.
The different tribes
for-
speak different languages.
Yes.
Okay, but they communicate in English as they thing language. So, but the names, the Kwakus, the Kwaminas, the Kwashis, the Kwash, the thing, they're all Ghanaian names.
So your husband is from Ghana as well?
My husband, yeah, well, he's passed. He was Akan. He's passed. He was a Mono Lats, and he was
Did you
Fanti.
meet him in Ghana?
No, I met him at the World Health Organization in Geneva. When I was working, when I went to Geneva, he was working with the World Council of Churches, and they sent me over to meet him because he had written a book on primary health care, and I was doing primary health care.
Right.
And
So he's an author, just like you.
Yes.
It's in the family.
He did. So anyway, so in Ghana, I felt very much at home. The culture is very Tobagonian or Tobago culture, as it was. It's very Ghanaian. The family, the center of the family, and the community and things like that was very much there, and it is still very much there, although it's getting westernized and we're losing some of that.
Same thing is happening.
And same is happening here.
Yes.
And so when you come back, you notice
this.
this.
How long did you live in Ghana?
I lived there for 22 years.
My goodness.
Uh-huh.
Tell
It's
us a
good.
little about the food.
Well,
you all know I'm a I love gastronomy. Tell us about this food.
Well, you have jollof.
Yeah,
okay.
we can't hear enough about this jollof and
okay.
fufu.
Ghanaian jollof, is thing, and then they had banku and different types of food. But you got fish. At least living at the coastline, you got a lot of fish, which suited me fine because I don't eat meat. I love fish, and just the getting together, like you became family with friends. Like I was blessed with being able to help young people. So in addition to doing my work, I now have these 20 children who call me, they call me mom or call me Auntie Margaret. But I was blessed with having that. And through helping those children, I got into the family. There's one family that has adopted me like, Auntie Margaret, you know, this is it. And they were from northern Ghana, because I had helped the youngest daughter. And then there are the others that I have helped who became priests and different ministers, because I'm Roman Catholic, and I helped them through the youth, through St. Vincent de Paul Society, which is...
I'm so glad you said St. Vincent de Paul, because I saw in the book you have a photo. Let's go back. You have a photo of you in front. Well, it's not you. It's a nurse. Yes, and she's waving at you.
Oh yes.
Could we put up that photo? That building that she's in front of waving, right? Hi guys, could we have the photo of the building?
It's in the goodbye.
Yes, and that building is where you helped build that.
Yes, well, the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, as you know, we look after the poor and the needy.
Right.
And it's all over the world in the Catholic Church. So when you move from one country to the next, you can continue serving. And so I've done that with that society. Even to now I'm home, and I see there's some gaps that we can still do in Tobago with, this was a daycare center.
Yes.
And it was supported by the community for us to build. So I headed the whatever you call it and got it built. And
Could we have the photo of the...
we were able to get the elderly there during the day because a lot of older people, the families want to keep them at home, but then they're at home during the day by themselves.
Yes.
And so that was a problem. They can get out, the families could drop them off during the day, or they can walk depending on where they lived, and come to the center and socialize with others, do things, and skills and entertainment, because they, a lot of them that have retired.
I love that idea of providing some help and care, aftercare, right? And I use that word aftercare, but this is after you've worked and contributed so much to your family, your community, your society. We are looking at, but I don't like the word daycare. I want activity center. If it was me, I don't want to, you know, I'm too big for daycare. I want to go to the activity center where we, you know, when I get there, me and my girlfriends and the little boyfriends that I meet, we drink and talk and laugh and eat and hang out and go on excursions across.
That's for the younger people, though.
You know,
but,
I
for
want
the older people, there has to be a care element as well, because you have to make sure that they take their medication, that they watch their diet. So you're providing the meals for them that are appropriate for their diagnosis or whatever they come with. And
perhaps even taking some vitals for them ever so often as they come in.
You have to check that for them as they come. So it's just that they're not a resident thing. They can go home in the afternoon. So you have somewhere for them to rest during the day, because a lot of older people like to rest between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock.
Yes, and wake up when they feel like it.
Yes,
right?
And then the family pick them at the end of the day and take them back. So that's what that program was about. So when I'm saying that I see a gap in what we're doing here, we have a home for the aged, but that's fully a home, a residential thing. But the daycare, is not yet established.
So we need what you're saying is that, you know, we need more temporary, something that fill in the gap.
Yes.
Right? For their children who work taking care of their parents, or older parents. So that will fill the gap for them.
Yes.
In you know, a provision of a service that is very minded towards what their needs are. Yeah.
And I think that those who cannot afford to have a caregiver at home during the day with them, could do something like that.
And that's very good. So let me just be clear. Dr. Price is talking about not a residential living situation, but something temporary where, you know, the elderly, your older mom and dad, aunties, uncles, whatever they may be to you, can go in during the day, spend the day there, be taken care of, monitored, given meals, right? And then they get to, you know, to commiserate and fellowship with their, you know, the people in the community around their age. I really, really love that. I think if that, how can we get that for younger people? Because when you come out of school, right, you have to go and find your own group and hang out with them, right? But yeah, I think this is a fantastic idea. Listen, whoever is in charge of the elderly or getting this done, whether it's the Division of Health or whoever it is, you all need to jump on this. Get Dr. Price, call Tobago Updates, get her number. She is, listen, I can't tell you how much she has shared with us. And she worked with, let me tell you, PAHO, CARICOM, right? The WHO, World Health Organization. And the reason you came here, mind you, was with COVID. COVID brought you home. Is that what you told me?
No, I retired and decided to come home. I was here during COVID.
Right. So you decided
but
to put your head to the wheel to help.
Yes. Well, couldn't come home without help.
Yeah, of course.
Tobago, that was a Tobago part of me that I was brought up helping, because that's what people did.
Yes.
If the culture is changing, that's unfortunate. But my parents, I know, always reached out. My parents always served and helped others, and they gave me that foundation that everybody is important, and you must help the poor, you must help the older people, and you must serve.
And I love that we're talking about, guys, if it missed you, let me bring it back. We're out of time. They're telling me I have to come off right before they turn off my mic. We right now are talking about elderly care, right? And we have with us an elder who is helping to care for the elderly. I hope that did not miss you all. I hope that didn't miss you all at all. Because there is something to be said about those who still can.
Yes.
That they should do.
Yeah.
And you still can.
Oh,
Listen,
definitely.
sharp, I can see it in your eyes, sharp as a whip.
Well, I'm okay.
Focused. Guys, let me tell you, she's sharp. I'm looking into her eyes, and let me tell you, the energy coming off of Dr. Price. Dr. Price, thank you for being here with us today. It was so wonderful having... Guys, get her book.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, get her book. It's called My Incredible Life's Journey. You can get it at the stores, the bookstores in Tobago. Get it on Amazon. Please, this is a great book. It's a great memoir. Support our local authors. Support Dr. Margaret Price and her book, right, by purchasing it as a gift for Christmas. If you don't want to read it, or read it and pass it on, that is a great idea. So many good things in here. Inspirational, guys, inspirational. We're out of time, but I just want to cheers.
Cheers.
Dr.
Okay.
Price, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And y'all, please take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated. Be mindful of what you're putting in your bodies, how much you're consuming for this Christmas season. Take care of yourselves and
drink plenty of water.
Yes, what she said. Drink plenty of water, right? Take care of yourself, guys. We'll see you next week, Wednesday.
Wait, I don't even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them thing?
Well, the port right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Port Mall. But here now, I'm going to have with you. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
There's a tale of goodwill, and with a cheerful chance, you'll witness all its glory and splendor in a glance.
A Christmas story to put your emotions in a trance. And luckily, rhythmic vibrations coming out to sing, act, play, and dance.
The Rhythmic Vibrations and Rhythm Babes Performing Arts Company presents My Christmas Story.
And 'tis the season for a tremendous tale.
Ah, yes. Sunday, December 17th from 6 p.m. sharp at the Shore Park Cultural Complex.
Bring the entire family to enjoy this heartwarming production.
Tickets cost $150 for adults and $75 for children.
Tickets are available at Den's Electrical Port Mall, Scarborough, Tobago, or via any company member. For more information, contact 773-1426.
See you there.
Jimmy's Holiday Resorts has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom, fully self-contained apartments located at the heart of Crown Point. Minutes walk to the popular beaches, restaurants, bars, and the airport. Enjoy our amazing amenities such as fully equipped apartments, complete with Wi-Fi, AC, TV, and a pool, and a mini-mart on the compound. Call 639-8292 or 8929. Jimmy's Holiday Resorts is your family's home away from home.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Standard, and today we're launching High. It's our newest brand that Standard is launching, and it's where luxury meets affordability. We're very proud of this brand. It's taken some time to get the right collection in place, and we're also going to continue to improve on our collection as time goes by and we listen to our customers more. We've changed our suppliers for this collection to European suppliers, so you're going to get that European finish. We've been very pleased by some of the results that we've been seeing in terms and response to it in the market, and we're so glad to bring it to Tobago and show Tobago what Standard could, grow with them as well.
It's not just about looking good or having materials that are easily cleaned or sustainable materials, because the important thing about this particular collection is that it is quality. It is meant to last, and it lives up to the Standard name about never beating on quality and price. This furniture particularly, especially our outdoor line, which ranges from fiberglass, plastic types of outdoor stools, outdoor chairs, even the outdoor furniture, it is built to last.
That's the importance with High, right? It's not only looking good, it's going to feature things that make your life easier, and it's not too damaging on the pocket. That's important for us.
This furniture fits the lifestyle of Tobago, of the Tobago customer, of the Tobago guest. It is the perfect type of furniture for you.
Back with Brunch, a taste of Tobago. Oh my gosh, I love you guys so much. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for being a part of what we do here on Tobago Updates Television. And like I said before, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, and yes, I know that some of you are now tuning in. Okay, we start at 10. Just putting it out there. But for those of you who are just joining us, we speak on so many topics. We reach so many persons in our space. And of course, My next guests are no different. We speak on education. That's one of our basic modules here. And we love it when the youth are doing positive things. I say that so many times until I'm blue in the face. I love when we do positive things. And so my next guest, well, guests, because I have two beautiful ladies with me on set and very, very positive. I had a chance to speak with them earlier. And so we welcome Mary Jacob Panton, who is the principal of Sunflower Early Childhood Center, and of course, Quanique Panton, who is a teacher at the Sunflower Early Childhood Center. And so we're going to just talk a bit, first of all, loving you, and welcome to Brunch, Artista Tobago.
Nice
Yeah? Yes. So how have you been? How have you been doing thus far?
Great. We have been great. And we're so glad to be here to highlight the school and the many things we do there.
Yes.
Sunflower Early Childhood Center has been in existence for over 25 years.
Okay.
And we cater for children 3 to 5 years old, right? We have a holistic teaching environment where we not only cater for just the academics, but the holistic upbringing of the child, right? So we only take 30 children. That is the maximum we go to.
Right.
Because doing that, we can cater for them individually. Because we believe you cannot have a classroom and just teach a group of children. Some of them will fall through the cracks.
Yes.
So with us having 30 children, it is easy for us to cater to their individual needs.
Right.
So we can know their strengths and their weaknesses. So we can bring them up to speed with the rest. So we will have all of them on one platform, right? So we always cater to 30 children.
I love the fact that you don't just focus on academics, because
we
that is
don't.
like music to my ears
Yes,
right
we
now.
don't.
Because I have seen so many instances where we are pushed aside because we like other things and we may not be too good in the maths and the English, but we're so gifted with our hands, we're so gifted with other aspects of life, and training. And so we get pushed aside.
Yes.
And I love the fact that you are delving in and you're pulling out all of the talents,
of course,
that the children would have.
Yes.
Sexy Quanique in the corner here. Yes, I'm looking at you. Tell me, what is it like being a teacher at the Sunflower Early Childhood Center?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Because me being a teacher, I was supposed to only be there for a couple months, but I fell in love with the kids. I fell in love with the job, and I am still here till this day, because I remember saying, okay, after this batch graduates, I will go on, because my dream was originally to become a flight attendant. I already had that set up, was to go to England to work with British Airways. And I was like, okay, after this batch, I will leave. After this batch, I will leave. And clearly you can see I'm still here.
Yeah, you just couldn't leave.
I fell in love with the job, honestly. And it's so fun having different experiences with the kids, interacting with them in so many different ways. Because I always say I learn through them as well. I know I don't just teach them, because certain things that we'll do and certain questions that they will ask, it's a really, really good job. I love it.
And I love the fact that you get to mold.
Yes.
This is the thing, that molding of young minds. It's a wonderful, beautiful thing, especially when it's positivity, You have so many talents, let's delve, let's bring those out. And I love the work that you guys are doing. So Hawaii. Tell me about this initiative. How did this come about? Mary, let's start with you.
It's so exciting. What happened, we went on a trip to Trinidad because we wanted the children to experience traveling on the ferry and traveling on the plane.
Right.
So we went down the ferry and came back on the plane. we went to the Caroni Swamp and the Twin City Mall. And the kids were so excited with everything they saw and everything they learned. And it was such a mind-blowing experience for them. And just simply traveling on the ferry and knowing they're coming back on the plane, it was such a great experience. So when we came back home, I was telling Auntie Kanique, I said, you know, wouldn't it be so nice if we could do an international trip? But of course, you know, with finances and stuff like that, it was limited. So we were there, and then she said, but why can't we do it? If we can't go to Hawaii, let us bring Hawaii to them. So I said, you think we really could make this happen? She said, well, yes, let us try. And what gave us the encouragement, it so happened that she came some days after and said she saw the same initiative on TikTok. A school in America did it. They went to Mexico.
Right.
So with that, we said, well, good, Hawaii, here we come.
Yes.
And we did the Hawaii trip. But why we chose Hawaii, it was challenging. Hawaii have so many similarities to Tobago in terms of the beaches, the coconut trees, the palm trees, and stuff like that. So resources was easily to get to do Hawaii.
Yes, to create that.
So we ran with Hawaii and we did it. We had to transform. Everything was done in the classroom, in school. So we transformed the school, and it was challenging because we had to give them the full experience. So the going through the airport, the airplane, landing in Hawaii, so it was a lot of transition.
Yes, moving
throughout.
parts.
A lot more challenging because the kids are in the classroom every day, so they know how the classroom looks. So to transform the classroom to look like an airport, to look like Hawaii, it was a lot of work, but yeah, it all paid off in the end.
We paid off, and I have to say, I need to say thank you to Miss Monica Gregg. She is a person who has always been with Sunflower from the inception, always supporting our MCs for graduation all the time.
Yes.
Always supporting Sunflower. You can always call on her. Thank you, Miss Monica Gregg. She was in the video. Also, we want to thank a past grandmother who was also in the video, Miss Elvira Grant. And also to the parents, Miss Cassandra Jacob Macmillan, who did the boarding passes, and to Miss Riel Phillips, who customized the passports for us. So thank you. And to the parents.
Yes, I was just about to say the parents.
They understood the assignment. They dressed the kids the part, and they did an excellent job.
Yes.
So thank you to the parents. You all are great. Thank you very much.
And I love the fact of bringing, because it's bringing so much more. It's not just a trip. It's bringing the culture. It's bringing the awareness. What a Hawaiian does. What do they eat? How do they dress?
Because we did a lot of research.
So it's such a holistic way of learning. And you know, we have like a wonderful video that we want to show. Let's take a look. We have a wonderful video that we want the viewers to see. And you know, I just want to say thank you so much for your love of children, because that is so evident. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at the video.
Come with Sunflower Early Childhood Center on our trip to Hawaii. We are at the A&R Robinson International Airport and we are ready to check in. So come along with us.
This is your passport. This is your boarding pass. Okay? Thank you.
Bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dream of. High above the chimney top, that's where
Is this you, Kian? Come a little closer. Is this you? Can you put your bags on that for me, please?
Morning, sir. Are you traveling today? You packed this bag before you left home? You want me pack it? For you don't find any illegal stuff in there. You are not going to mommy then? Any guns, knives, any illegal thing in there? Yes? Okay, well I don't think I'll look at the bag. What is this? What is this? Okay, okay. Alright. Okay, take passport, sir. Yes, come.
As you can see, we are all being checked in to go through security, to go to the waiting area, to board our flight, to go to Hawaii.
way up high, and
We are now at Daniel K. Inouye Airport. The children have cleared immigration, they have gotten their arrival stamp, and we are now in
Hawaii! Noah, welcome to Hawaii! Are you excited, Skylar?
All the things that come to you, and I wanna feel it too. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing and having fun, and it makes me feel so fun I can't control my
We have arrived at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel. We are all checked in, and now we are anxiously awaiting the tour guide to go sightseeing.
When you're on a golden sea, you don't need no memory.
Our first stop is Pearl Harbor, located on the island of Oahu, a naval base and national historic landmark. It is the most visited destination in Hawaii. As our adventure continues, we are on our way to the Dole Plantation. How can we come to Hawaii and not visit this historic tourist attraction? The kids had fun riding the Pineapple Express train and going through the garden maze. On our way back to the hotel, we had to stop to do some shopping. Of course, the children had to get some US dollars to go shopping.
Welcome to Hawaii. We have beautiful seasons here. What would you like to have?
They went wild, buying souvenirs for themselves and to carry back for their families. It is our last day in Hawaii and we have to make the most of it. We are on our way to the popular Waikiki Beach, and of course, we have to check out their famous tiki bar before we go swimming. At this tiki bar, they only serve non-alcoholic drinks and mocktails. There were so many delicious ones to choose from.
I surf till the sun sets beyond the horizon. Flying by on the Hawaiian roller coaster.
As you can see, the children are enjoying their refreshing drinks. Just what the doctor ordered. Some of the kids lounge on the deck chairs, enjoying the sun, the sand, with their drinks in their hand.
It's time to try the Hawaiian roller coaster ride.
After swimming, the kids built sandcastles and had fun playing in the sand. What is Hawaii without a luau? The kids had to experience a Hawaiian luau. There was lots to eat and drink. They had chicken kebabs, fruit kebabs, and beef kebabs. Also, they had coconut shrimp sliders and chicken pineapple sliders. After the scrumptious meal, the girls enjoyed learning the traditional Hawaiian dance, hula.
There's no place I'd rather be. Lingering in the ocean blue.
And we can't leave out the limbo. How low can you go? Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. The kids ended off the evening taking pictures that they would cherish for a lifetime. you for coming along on this journey with us. I wonder what part of the world our adventures will take us next. But for now, aloha from Hawaii.
I don't know about you, but I paid attention to the detail. It was the sign for me, you know, the international sign, the tagging of the bag, customs, hotel, passport. It was so detailed. What was preparation like for this project? That's my question.
Preparation, it was a lot of work. But thank God we had people who supported the parents, and I said past parents too.
Right.
Because once a child comes to Sunflower, they are always a part of Sunflower.
Yes.
So we always have that support. You could always call the past parents, the community, because we are located in Plymouth on Bethesda Hill, and that whole, with a hilltop, is a support system for the school. So we had that support from everybody. So it was fun. It was fun doing it because it was so much fun. We did not study the work in it. It was so much. Imagine if it was so much fun for us. You could imagine the kids. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Because
they
the
had
stories
a ball.
after we finished the whole trip to Hawaii, because it was like a 3-day event.
Right.
Yes, the stories after, and listening to them discuss it amongst their friends. It was,
So how long did it take to get everything in a gear, to have everything lined out, the stops, the aesthetics, because you had the airport, then you had the hotel experience, the
and it also had the plane.
Free, the plane.
Yes, everything.
Well, we had to work really fast in the transitions.
Right.
We had to work really fast. But the good thing is we had the plan. We knew what we wanted to do. So it was just to execute it. So it really ran smoothly. And I said the support from Miss Monica Gregg and Miss Elvira Grant, it really, and also my husband, Mr. Colin Pantin, it really, really went smoothly because of the support we got from them. So it really the time frame, we knew we wanted to do it like a week up beforehand, and it really went smoothly because we really knew what we wanted to do.
Right. So the focus, you were already focused on what the assignment was. So it was just implementing the different parts.
Execute it, yes.
I love that that duty-free part, because small girl, she know what she wanna buy, take out the money, pay, and she knows what she wants to buy.
And they knew exactly how much change that they had was
so so many lessons, because you're learning different culture, you're learning how to see, you're learning how to behave when you get to the airport, and that's wonderful.
What is expected of you, correct?
Yeah. So this is like an initiative I'm hoping that so many other educational institutions follow, because it's so important to be holistic, as you said. The education must not and should never be just academics.
Exactly.
It should be a holistic experience.
Yes.
What do you want to say to the viewers, Kwanique, before we go? If you had to inspire someone today, what would you tell them?
I just want to tell everyone to keep on doing what you think is right and what you think is best. Keep on inspiring the kids. The kids are the future. Don't just leave them by the wayside. You have to mold them and educate them, upbring them into what you think the future should look like.
Definitely.
Yes, and
Mary.
Yes, as I told the kids, I said, if mommy or daddy cannot afford a trip to Hawaii right now, that's okay. That's fine. We are inspiring you to dream bigger.
Yes.
So when you become adults, you understand the finer things in life, and you will want to work towards getting the finer things in life. So study hard, work hard, and all of that will be at your fingertips in the future.
I love it. And
Yes.
always instilling that positivity.
Yes.
To reach for
Yes,
your goals. You can
exactly.
do, you can be anything. These things are so important. These are the fundamentals that we need to really inspire and instill in our children. I think you guys did a wonderful job. I felt like I was in Hawaii. I felt the buzz, my little princess doing the hula dance there. That was it for me with the hula dance. But I want to thank you so much for being a part of Brunch. Thank you so much for loving our students, inspiring them, and we wish you blessings. Oh my gosh, love, peace, success in what you endeavor to do. Yeah? So we're wishing you a really blessed day, and we just want to say that the sky is not even the limit. There's so many things up to the sky. And thank you so much for inspiring our children. And that was it for Brunch. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you so much for being a part. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I hope that you are blessed. I hope that you feel a bit happier, a bit lighter after looking at us. Before we go, our trivia question for today was, what was the first major name hotel in Crown Point, Tobago? The name of the first major hotel. And the answer is the Crown Reef Hotel. There you have it. That was Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. I am your host, J.W. Moore, also known as J Soul, and I wish you peace, love, and light. See you next time on Brunch, A Taste of Tobago. Bye-bye.